What is going on, Thumbthumbs? This is Thumbbrother 2, bringing you guys week 12 of our team builder of the Salt Lake City Swamperts here in LDL Season 7. The Salt Lake City Swamperts are currently sitting at, if I'm not mistaken, we are sitting at 10-3? I want to say, let me quickly look at this. I believe we're looking at 10-3. 9-3. Wait, are we? Let me see. 8-3. Sorry, 8-3. I'm off on my weeks. 8-3. That's right. 8-3. That makes 11. Week 12. Yeah, 8-3. We're currently sitting at 8-3 against our fun match against Brandon. If you guys missed that video, I definitely suggest you go ahead and check it out. But this week, you guys, we're going to be facing DJ and the Chelsea Fellstingers, who, honestly, I love DJ's team. DJ has a very, very fun team, a very, very scary team, that really does put a hamper on our team. So, all in all, I think this might be the most challenging battle yet. I wasn't able to prepare too much, so I kind of threw things together at the last minute and started recording here. I should be battling DJ a little bit later on in the week, so if you guys are excited for this, as I break down DJ's team, go over what I think he might be bringing, and then go over my team and why I'm bringing it, definitely leave a like down below. So let's go ahead and start off with this team. He has, back-to-back, he has two incredible Ultra Beasts, the first being Blacephalon. Blacephalon, such an interesting new Ultra Beast to be using. It's a Fire Ghost type, which really surprised everyone when it was announced. With that, but still very, very fast Mon. I believe maxing out at like 109, 108 speed, somewhere around there, if not a little bit faster. But just able to hit really, really hard. You throw a Choice Specs on that thing, or even a Choice Scarf to be the fastest thing out there on the field, and you definitely got a problem, because it could honestly come in, click a couple moves, click a Fire Blast, click a Flamethrower, it gets that Beast Boost, and then it's running house to your team. Nothing can really stop it. So we definitely have to make sure that we prioritize a bunch of different things, making sure that we do wear it down with rocks if it is possible for us this week. Up next we have Buzzwole. Like I said, he's got two amazing Ultra Beasts back-to-back. Buzzwole, while can really hit hard on the physical side, really helps with a good chunk of the weaknesses that Blacephalon has, and it just has huge, crazy defense. Definitely could see this thing come running Scarf, because it can hit our team really hard with an Earthquake. It has access to Leech Life if he wants to bring a sub leftover set. It could be Assault Vest as well, just be more bulky to help out with its special defense, because it actually has a trash special defense. But yeah, these Ultra Beasts together honestly really have a good like, they really sync really nice. It's really weird. You got like Flying type, which, Blacephalon doesn't mind. Earth, like ground type moves for Blacephalon that Buzzwole eats up for days. And all in all, just really two powerful Pokemon that if you allow to set up with Beast Boost or anything else, you're in trouble. Up next is going to be Uxie. Uxie is super bulky. Really tough to get around. It also has an incredible speed stat on top of everything else, which is just really crazy. Can Toxic, can set Stealth Rocks, can Thunder Wave, U-turn, very standard stuff, but it could also be like a Calm Mind offensive set. We just definitely got to be careful with how he wants to bring this in, and make sure not all my mons get toxic or paralyzed, because it'll be challenging. It'll be challenging if we do get paralyzed. Like I said, with DJ last week, my luck might run out this week with RNG, so I don't want to put any risk on that, especially with Uxie. Up next is Crocodile. Crocodile is literally the perfect mon to stop Mega Charizard X. I think it's the perfect answer for it. I would have loved to have had Crocodile alongside of Charizard on my team, because if you know that there's a mon that can stop one of your mons, the best way to prevent that is by picking it up yourself. So Crocodile literally does that so well. Intimidate, Moxie are two wonderful abilities that it has. Intimidate's definitely the best way to stop Mega Charizard X, a bulky set. And yeah, but running the calcs, Earthquake destroys me no matter what set it is. So we definitely have to be careful with Crocodile. So definitely have to try and get rid of that thing as quick as we can. Speaking of answers for our team, up next he has Rotom Mo, who, which I know also well. It can handle Rotom Wash effortlessly. It could be a fully defensive set, and a Leaf Storm just obliterates Rotom Wash no matter what, unless I'm like fully specially defensive. And the only reason why I know that is because of facing Matt through Lonely League stuff in the past when he tried to overtake me as a gym leader from him being a water type gym leader, me being electric. I used Rotom Grass against him, knowing that he was going to bring a Rotom Wash, and gosh, do I know that Rotom Mow handles Rotom Wash really, really well. Things like Volt Switch, of course, Will-O-Wisp, a lot of the same things that our Rotom does. Scrub-a-Dub, just with a Grass typing alongside of it, but still very, very tricky defensive bomb to get around. And yeah, up next is Clink Clang. Interesting steel type for him to have. I don't know too much about it. It's not the fastest, but it does get things like a Tatamize, Gear Grind, and stuff like that. It can be physical, can be special. Don't know what else it can really do, but an interesting steel type. Not sure if he will bring it, but if he does, I definitely have the best answers for it. For sure. I could definitely see it coming just to handle our Ninetales or Alolan Ninetales, if anything, but... up next is going to be Mega Beedrill. Mega Beedrill, just a super fast mon, hits really, really hard with that adaptability. Ability. Give it a ×2 instead of ×1.5 for stab moves. But on top of that, on top of being able to U-turn, Poison Jab, it gets access to things like Knock Off and Drill Run. Very, very scary. Another mon, definitely weak to rocks. If he does decide to bring it, it will be really challenging for us because Drill Run can hit our Mega Charizard really, really strong. Can handle our Alolan Ninetales. It can handle quite a bit of our team, honestly. So if he does decide to bring it, I'm gonna be really, really scared to make sure that I have the right answer to handle it. Because if I don't, then it could literally just U-turn and knock out a good portion of my team. And then somehow, so late in the draft, he was able to pick up Suicune. DJ, like I said, DJ has a very, very powerful, bulky offensive team, which is so awesome to see. Suicune, pretty standard stuff that you can do with Suicune. Scald, Toxic, Protect, Rest, Sub-Calm Mind stuff. But just very, very bulky mon, usually run physically bulky. I really need to take care of this thing if it does come. Suicune, honestly, just like so many different things that he can bring. There's so many different things that he can bring, and Suicune is definitely one of them. It really stops our Mega Charizard X as well, unless I run Thunder Punch, but I would have to set up on it first, and he could go ahead and Scald or Toxic me. And yeah, he could even go for Icy Wind to try and lower speed on a couple things. So definitely a couple interesting things that he can do with Suicune. Which is all in all great mon. Then we got Togekiss. Togekiss is really interesting. One of his main defoggers, if not his only defogger. Nope, Rotom. Good defogger, can be nasty plot. Offensive, things with Dazzling Gleam, Moonblast, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, Air Slash, with Serene Grace if he wants to flinch me with Thunder Wave. Togekiss is such a cool mon. I've been interested in wanting to use it myself, I'm not gonna lie. But every time I just find a really nice fairy type instead with it, but that doesn't mean that Togekiss shouldn't be overlooked. Togekiss is very, very scary, as it actually can put quite the hurt on our Charizard, surprisingly, so we'll have to look out for that. Up next is going to be Dredagon. Pardon me. Dredagon's really cool stealth rocker. It can be Dragon Tail defensively with Rocky Helmet, Rough Skin. It can be Mold Breaker offensive, so definitely have to look out for it. I know it gets access to things like Gunk Shot, Sucker Punch, Earthquake, like I said, Dragon Claw. I know it gets Stealth Rocks as well, so really cool Dragon type. Really, really cool defensive Dragon type for sure. I know one of the main things that it does, it takes care of Victini, but we don't have a Victini, so very cool to see this thing, and hope I don't have to face it. And then last but not least is Beware. Beware is really weird, normal fighting type if I'm not mistaken. Has that fluffy ability to make it a little bit more bulky, however, with the things that we have on our team as far as Charizard making it weak with Fluffy, Fluffy giving it weakness to fire, I should say. Fairy type with Alolan Ninetales, Scizor just being able to obliterate it. I don't really see it coming this week, and the last one all I see is the Ferium Z, primarily for, of course, that Togekiss. Ferium Z is very, very powerful. I don't know if he uses it on anything else. I don't know if anything else gets a fairy move, honestly, so I'm not too worried about the Ferium Z. But if I had to give a guess over the mons that he's definitely going to be bringing. He's definitely going to be bringing Crocodile for sure, 100%. Rotom Mo, such a perfect pivot, deals with Rotom Wash as I mentioned. Mega Beedrill, Suicune, Blacephalon, and Buzzwole. He could definitely switch something out for the Uxie and the Togekiss and the Dragon. Like seriously, he can bring everything, which I hope we'll be able to take advantage of with him possibly bringing the wrong thing eventually. But yeah, those are the 6 I think he's going to be bringing. But let's go ahead and jump into our team right now as to what I think he's going to be bringing. And first and foremost, I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and bring a little Ninetales and a Frost into the game here. Why doesn't she have an item? That's so weird. As far as an item, she should be holding the Light Clay just to go ahead and get as many turns of Aurora Veil up as possible. Like I said, with the Mega Beedrill, Blacephalon, and Buzzwole, they're hitting so incredibly hard. I definitely want to maximize my turns of Aurora Veil there. And a little bit, obviously more defensive, we have Timid just to be able to outspeed, oh, that's right, just to be able to outspeed that Blacephalon, I think, honestly, by 1 point. Moonblast handles a good chunk of his team, easily handles the Buzzwole, the Crocodile, the Dredagon, really nice. They got Freeze Dry on there for things like Togekiss and Suicune, which is really nice, and the Rotom Mo. And then, surprisingly, I'm going to be putting on Dark Pulse there. Dark Pulse helps me out with a couple of the last ones that he does have with the Blacephalon and the Uxie. Uxie, I know, is going to be eating it up for days, but with the Blacephalon, I feel like if I can get a flinch just one time, that'll be enough, especially if after I do get Rocks Up later on in the game. And yeah, so very, very fun set. Offensive with a Veil, so I'm hoping, you know, Emma Frost can really put in the work for us. Up next, we have Charlemagne coming in. Charlemagne, definitely taking a more offensive set this week. Move this week with Modest, Life Orb, Max Special Attack, Max Speed, of course. We do get outsped by the Rotom if he is fully offensive by 1 point, if I'm not mistaken. But I definitely needed a Stealth Rocker. Nidoking definitely fit the bill for what I wanted on the team this week, of course. So Stealth Rocker is definitely going to help us wear down the Blacephalon and that Beedrill by 25% each time they swap in. Get some good chip damage on Buzzwole. The Togekiss takes 25%. And the Rotom, just like I said, the more I can chip things down, the better it would be for our team just to come in and start just really handling a lot of things. But I got Sludge Wave, which obliterates so much of his team. I got Earth Power to hit other things. And then finally, last but not least, I got Thunderbolt on there. I was debating between Thunderbolt and Ice Beam, honestly, figuring out which one would be better. Especially with the Crocodile there, it's like, well, if I click Thunderbolt and it comes in, it's going to be a problem because it outspeeds me. But in those situations, because Modest Sheer Force, that should be Sheer Force, not Poison Point. Sheer Force is so powerful. In fact, why is it Poison Point? That's so weird. That's weird. Sheer Force, Sludge Wave actually two-shots it, so I'm really, really happy about that. So as long as I can two-shot it, I'm a happy camper. Definitely a happy camper. Up next, of course, I got to be bringing Scrub-a-Dub. I do fear a potential Rocks this week from him because he just seems to be able to set him up quite easily alongside with the Dredagon and the Crocodile. So, kind of defensive. I mean, a really defensive Rotom set alongside an offensive. I got the Waterium Z on him, Bold Nature, which is really weird, I know, but Waterium Z just allows me to guarantee landing that Hydro Pump against that Crocodile. And if the opportunity comes where I think it's going to switch in, or if I have a good chance just to go ahead and potentially knock it out with Hydro Pump, I'm going to be clicking that Waterium Z, getting that Hydro Vortex off. And this is probably my main way to handle a lot of his physical threats on the team, such as Buzzwole, hopefully Beedrill, Crocodile for sure, Dredagon. With Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp is so important, like I said, being able to burn things, making sure that things just can't hit me as hard on top of Aurora Veil is definitely going to be more beneficial to me if I can land them. Then I got Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, of course, just general good stab. Debating whether or not I should run Thunderbolt, but I just like the initiative here. And then finally, last but not least, because I am bulky and I need Rotom to stay around for as long as possible, I went ahead and put on Pain Split. I could have put on Defog, but just like I said, It was either defog or pain split, and I needed the recovery potential on Rotom, so if something wants to switch in, I can pain split, get some health back, also start to weaken more things, which is going to be really, really nice for Rotom. So, yeah. I really like this set. Hopefully Waterium Z pays off for us. So I haven't been able to use it too much this season, but hopefully we will. Hopefully we will. And up next is going to be Davy Jones here. Davy Jones, our Delmise, kicking it in here. With the Assault Vest set, of course, shocking. I've run out Assault Vest all season except for 1 week. Power Whip, Knockoff, Heavy Slam, Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace is primarily for that Buzzwole. Really shocking to see that Buzzwole gets this. I mean, Delmise gets this move. But when I saw it, I knew it would be really nice for me. I can definitely hit the the Beedrill if it wants to try and switch in on me as well. But yeah, just really fun offensive defensive set, or bulky set, I should say. We got Max Attack, Adamant Nature, because I think I needed the speed for something, but I can't remember what. Or the speed didn't matter to me. I don't know, I can't remember. But no, we have Davy Jones here. Like I said, Power Whip hits the Suicune really hard, which is super nice. Knock Off just for general coverage and knocking off items. Heavy Slam does so much to so many different things, honestly. It helps with the Beedrill, ironically. It helps with the Togekiss, helps with the Crocodile, even after Intimidate. But then again, so does Power Whip. Power Whip, I think, still even knocks it out. And yeah, Aerial Ace, like I said, Buzzwole, and for Beedrill. So it's really, really cool. Fun set for us this week. While it is more bulky, that Assault Vest will just allow it to have a longevity for sure. Up next, you guys, is going to be our Mega Charizard X, Azula coming in. Very bulky, a bit more of a bulky set this week. Just realizing that I really only need Flare Blitz and Earthquake to really handle a good chunk of his team outside of the Crocodile. The big things that also stand in the way are going to be that Togekiss for sure. But Roost Dragon Dance is going to be really, really nice because if I come in on rocks, I can go ahead and roost off that damage. I've done it once before. I really have wanted to play with a more bulky Charizard through the season. So hopefully this is the week to do it. Got 196 Adamant Nature because of just the different speed tiers that do exist. I believe I have enough speed to outspeed Crocodile. A Scarf Crocodile at +1 by 1 point, so I really, really like that. And yeah, so it's just really, really different. I'm hoping Roost comes into play, and we really catch DJ off guard because Mega Charizard X can really do a bunch of different things. So here's looking to do that. And last but not least, you guys, I decided to go ahead and bring Zebstrika on the Team Stripes. Such an important role on the team this week. Modest Nature, near somewhat max speed. Looking at everything, the closest thing that can outspeed is going to be the Blacephalon, but Blacephalon I think actually just outspeeds. Maybe? I don't know. I can't remember. Modest Nature, but because of DJ's weird speed tiers, I was able to just drop all the way down to Modest. Put some investment in speed. And just everything everywhere else just to make it a little bit more bulky. With Choice Scarf and the Sap Sipper ability. Debating on Sap Sipper, like I said, Sap Sipper or Lightning Rod would be super awesome because it handles... Because either or, it'll help with the Rotom. I'm really thinking about just him Volt Switching around just because of it if I don't bring Lightning Rod, so I might just switch it around. But if not, Sap Sipper is there to help with the Rotom Wash. Just swap it right in for any Leaf Storm coming my way, but this is very, very standard as far as its moveset: Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Overheat, Hidden Power, Ice. Just all around, one of my main ways to be able to guarantee something dies with the Togekiss, the Suicune. I really like, as long as it's not Assault Vest, the what's it called? The Buzzwole with Overheat, Hidden Power Ice for things for like a Crocodile potential switch in on the Volt Switch guessing games, and I could even hit the Rotom if I really wanted to, but that's going to be our team, you guys. Honestly, I really want to try and get up Rock super early. Stripes is such a huge part of our win this week, so hopefully I play Stripes right. I don't just sack it off too early, and here's looking to bulky Charizard. So if you guys are excited for this game against the Chelsea Fellstingers and Coach DJ, definitely leave a like down below, as the video should be coming up tomorrow if I'm not mistaken. You guys will be seeing this consecutively, but I have to wait a few days to battle DJ, so there's looking at that. If you guys are, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe. But I'm going to get up out of here. Once again, thank you guys. My name is Thumbbrother 2, and I'll see you later.